Hi and welcome back to another unboxing, and I have just received this in the mail just this morning, so I'm just going to go ahead and open it. Let's see what's inside. Oh yeah, very quick, no messing. It's the Amazing Spider-Man King Size Annual number 13. Let me just go ahead and open this. This is a John Byrne comic that I never even knew existed. And of course it is John Byrne penciling Spider-Man. I think that must be is that a Gil Kane cover? Pollard and McLeod cover. So, but inside it is, let's see, Marv Wolfman is the script and edits, and John Byrne is the pencils, and Terry Austin is the inker. So look at this. This is, what year are we at? We're at 1979. So this is an Amazing Spider-Man that I never knew existed until a few weeks ago. And not only is it Spider-Man, but it's Spider-Man and Dr. Octopus by John Byrne. So this is from the same era as Marvel Team Up, which is probably my next favorite run of John Byrne, next to his work in the X-Men. So I am just delighted to get this real surprise in my hands today. Beautiful. I'm just really interested to see how he draws Dr. Octopus, and just at that time in the late 70s. It's a beautiful comic. It's very nice. They used to do advertisements for Twinkie Hostess. So this one's for Captain Marvel. I've never seen that one before, so that's a new one. And it's just, I'm telling you that my favorite work of John Byrne is from the 70s and the 80s, but especially just at the end of the 70s, going into the 80s. He just was firing on all cylinders. I wonder, was he drawing the X-Men at this stage? Or was it around this time, 1979, that he moved over to the X-Men? I just love Byrne's Spider-Man from this time. Beautiful, beautiful. Again, this is just an initial first reaction. It's my first time ever seeing this comic. So look at that. That's just beautiful, beautiful art. You know, that seems to be Peter. It seems to be in some kind of disguise with the glasses and everything. So I'm not exactly sure. I'm looking forward to sit down and I shall definitely have a read of this. Yeah, these comics were packed with so many things. Look, there's the bullpen bulletin telling you what was going on in Marvel and what was happening in their offices, and you know, it was just a very productive time for comics in general. But I think Marvel were really starting to hit their stride at that time, and no doubt aided by the great work here by John Byrne. I think at this time he must have realised that he was good at what he did, and he probably knew from the start, but he probably knew that this was that he was like better than a lot of the pencilers that were out at that time. And you know, he's working here with Marv Wolfman, who went on to work with George Perez for the new Teen Titans. So obviously a great team up between Byrne and Perez, and of course Terry Austin's inks just adds to it. And of course, there we have the showdown now between Dr. Ock and Spider-Man. And just the quintessential classic adversary to Spider-Man is Dr. Ock. Always has been. Oh, look at that. Look at the artwork. Just look at that there. Look at that panel. Beautiful. It's a king size annual, so it's double the pages, is it? I don't have any king size annuals, but really, really happy to have this one. The only other king size annual I have at the moment that John Byrne did was on the Incredible Hulk with Iceman and Angel, and that's a great comic. And I have a king size annual, I think it's one of the X-Men, where George Perez penciled the X-Men, and it's a fantastic annual too. So, oh, look at that. Peter's ripped off one of Dr. Ock's tentacles. Ah, yeah, no messing with. Sometimes, yeah, Spider-Man, if you push him too far, if you push him over the edge, he can really retaliate in unexpected ways, you know. Look at just the artwork alone is just, look at the 70s clothes. You can see that kind of, it's kind of capturing the fashions of that time. And yeah, so this is to be continued in Peter Parker Annual #1, which is on sale soon. So there's the last page. This goes on, so it must be continued in another, be continued in Peter Parker Annual #1. What do we have here? The Molten Man, a gallery of Spider-Man's most famous foes. Very interesting. So you've got the Molten Man, who I don't know, but it tells us a bit about him, and it tells us his appearances here. It tells you where he appeared, Spider-Man, in the different comic issues. Let's see what else we have. The Looter, aka the Meteor Man. I've never heard of him before, but he's appeared in, yeah, he appeared in Spider-Man and the Marvel Team Up and in the Defenders. And then you've got the Rhino, and I think he's appeared, he's one of the Hulk's villains, so he's appeared in Spider-Man, Hulk and the Defenders. This is quite interesting. The Shocker, who I've read the Shocker, of course, with his different appearances on Spider-Man. He's also appeared in the Defenders, and of course no introductions needed for the Kingpin. This is interesting that they're giving us a gallery of different characters. Silvermane and Man Mountain Marco. I'm going to have to find out more about them, but I can look them up, maybe that I can find out more about them. And then they've got the Prowler, who I don't think I know too much about. So this is a great little introduction to these characters. The Kangaroo. So, pity about the name, but obviously no explanation needed. Peter Parker's Pad. That's Peter. This is like the official handbook of the Marvel Universe, kind of. This might predate it, or it might have given them the idea to go and do something like this. Just look at that. You've got the Daily Globe, you've got the Daily Bugle, and you've got the Empire State University. So obviously this is just a kind of a prelude, maybe to a little prelude to the official handbook of the Marvel Universe. But very interesting. There's advertisement for Howard the Duck and Dracula. So yeah, look, a real surprise of a John Byrne comic that I never even knew existed, and absolutely delighted to be able to share this with you and my initial reaction to getting my hands on it. And I want to thank you for taking the time out to watch my video, and I hope that you continue to have a good day. Take care. Bye.